crafties, and welcome to another tutorial. My name is Infinity, and today we are going to be working on the front post and back post stitches. Today's tutorial will be worked specifically in double crochets for sake of visibility, but you are more than welcome to do the front post and back post with any of the basic stitches. So to get started today, you're going to need your scissors, maybe a yarn needle if you're doing just a swatch like I am. You're going to need a hook and your yarn. Today's yarn is another Red Heart Super Saver. It is in Periwinkle. And my hook is a size I9 USA. That is a 5.5 millimeter. So what I'm going to do is start off with a slip knot. So I'm going to make my little pretzel here. Put my hook through there. Cinch it close. And what I'm going to do is chain, I want to say 11. So there's 1, oops, there's 2, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, and what I'm now going to do is yarn over, and I am going to make a double crochet in the third chain from my hook. So that will be inserting my hook. If you are not familiar with the basic stitches, I recommend going back to previous tutorials to figure that out, or finding another tutorial series that can help you hash those things out. Okay, so I've made my first double crochet, and I am going to keep double crocheting all the way across this row. Now that I've done that, I'm going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to turn my work. So for front post and back post, first of all, we're going to do a front post double crochet. And the difference is between a front post and a back post double crochet is the fact that a front post brings the stitches forward and a back post brings the stitches backwards. Sounds very obvious, but sometimes these things don't really conceptualize until later. So I'm going to yarn over now, and I'm going to double crochet, but I'm not going into the top of this stitch as I normally would. I am going to go between these two stitches, and then I'm going to go around that and come through the other side, or around the post, so to speak. And I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop. I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So as you can see, that brought our stitch forward. Now I'm going to do a back post double crochet. And to do that, I'm just going to yarn over, and similar to the front post, but in this case, I'm going to swing my hook back here, and I'm still going to go through those stitches between the stitches. And I'm just going to kind of go through the other side like that. And I'm going to yarn over. And I'm going to pull through 2 and pull through 2. And that pulled my stitch back. So then I'm going to go ahead and do another front post double crochet. So that's again yarning over, putting your hook between the stitches, not in the stitches, and coming out the other side, yarning over and working your stitch as normal. So pull through 2, pull through 2. So like I said at the beginning, you can do this with really any of the stitches. Single crochets are a little hard, and they're also kind of redundant to do this way, but it just depends on the project that you're doing. So I'm going to do another back post. I'm going to yarn over, and again I'm going to swing back here and come through the stitches that way, and I'm going to go through the other side so that my hook is at the back of my stitches, so to speak. And I'm going to yarn up and pull up a loop, and yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. And so now you can see the beginning of this pattern, and there's so many things. Ribbing is so versatile. This, like I said, this is the one method that you can use, and then there's another way that we'll go over next week. And so now I'm going to do another front post double crochet. Okay. And now I'm going to do another back post double crochet. Another front post double crochet. And another back post double crochet. Be careful not to get this little chain right here. For the sake of this swatch, I will not be really counting that for much of anything. So I'm going to yarn over and do that last little back post double crochet and work that way. And then I'm just going to do a regular double crochet at the end, and I just don't count that later in my working. Now some patterns you will count your chain, so don't think of it that way, but for the sake of this little swatch, this is more so a little, it's like a post that holds up the stitches, and so, and it's also a mirroring, because on this side we started with like this flat work, and now on this side we need to mimic that. So what you do to one side you have to do to the other. And I'm going to chain 3, so 1, 2, 3, and turn my work. And you can see that it looks very much the same on either side, so there's really no right or wrong side with this. That is the fun part of doing the front post, back post so close together. You can also do them in different increments, so say increments of 2s and 3s and 4s and so on, which I have done in previous projects and patterns and things. So I'm going to yarn over, and this time I am starting the row with, well, I guess again, a front post double crochet, just going behind there, and the further you go along in your front post, back post, the easier it is to really get between those stitches. That first row is always like the hardest row. And so you see I was easily able to go into that stitch and do a back post double crochet. Now I'm gonna do another front post double crochet, getting back there, going between those stitches, and working that out. Doing another back post. Now we're going to do another front post. And just a few more. Going to do another back post, swinging on back there and going through the hooks. I'm sorry, the stitches that way. Pull through 2, pull through 2. Doing another front post. And then I'm going to do another back post, swinging back there and pulling through 2, then pulling through 2. And then it looks like, yeah, I'm going to find the top of that chain 3, and I'm actually going to work a double crochet in there for the sake of this swatch. two, pull through two, and I'm going to fasten off here. I have way too many swatches at this point, so I'm just going to snip this off. And that is the little mini tutorial on how to do front post and back post double crochet. I hope that I was helpful to you all, and if you liked the video and would like to see more of this content, just give me a thumbs up down below, subscribe, consider donating a coffee to help support the content that is being put out, and check out my other social media that is linked down below. Until next time, happy making.